Hey YouTube, this is Camaro X here. Just want to give you guys a review of my car. It's a 1995 Z28. It's a Camaro, the LT1. The motor is pretty much stock in it, but the transmission's built up. And as you can see from the back here, it's got a lot of visual mods to it. But first thing I guess I'll do is go around, do an engine view on it, show you guys this LT1. And like I said, this the block is stock. The motor's all stock. I mean, it does have a few supporting mods to it. And the first thing you can see is the ram air right here, which it is fully functional. This is the RK Sport competition ram air hood, and it's actually functional. The air will go through there, go in through there, and go into the intake manifold. And we've got a Granatelli mass airflow, and then the whole ram air thing. And the other thing we got is the 160 degree cooling mod, and the OptiSpark went out in this, so I got it replaced with a performance one instead of a stock one. But I mean, besides those, the motor's pretty much just stock LT1. As you can see from there being absolutely no space in here, this is an LT1. And like I said, yeah, just besides like the 160 degree thing and the ram air, the motor is pretty much stock. I mean, I wanted to build it up, but I ran into some more problems with this car, and I couldn't really put money in towards it. But it's an LT1. It moves. Oh, and we did a few things to the ram air. I don't know if you can see that well, but right here we cut the little dick off, or whatever that thing is, to help with the cold start. Me and a buddy, we cut that off. And we rerouted the water pump. The water pump was actually sending in hot water into the intake manifold there, or throttle body, and we rerouted it to a different spot. And that helps a little bit as far as getting cool air. Yeah, as far as the temperature of the air going through it. But yeah, it's the engine of it. We also got a cheap little, right here's a little alarm, aftermarket alarm. Don't really use it. It's really sensitive. It goes off all the time. So I don't really fuck around with it. I really just keep it off. And yeah, I mean, that's the engine. And I'll go around to some of the visual mods this car has. Like I said, the first thing is the RK Sport competition ram air hood, which the hood is all fiberglass, and then the scoop here, it's carbon fiber. It's got the little LT1 decals and all that crap, and got the little stickers. Got Corvette rims, got window tint, and yeah. And then go around to the back here. Probably the biggest thing that people comment about this car is the hatch. You know, normal Camaros, they just have a sheet of glass that goes through there, but this one actually has what they call the RK Sport hatchback, and you can buy it for all Camaros and Corvettes. I know for Camaros, I don't know about Corvettes, but you can buy it and put it on. It doesn't come out, and it gives it a little sleek little look. I got a little street lethal racing. Me and a buddy, we kind of founded that up, and yeah, and like I said, we founded the street lethal racing, and we kind of just put stickers on our car. And besides the hatch, RK Sport hatch, it's also got, you know, Euro tail lights. I know a lot of people say, oh, you're a racer or whatever, but I mean, I think it gives them definition. I really hate the stock tail lights on the car, Camaros. They look really boring to me. And yeah. And then the next thing we got down here, the exhaust got dual. Well, it's not really true duals. No Camaro. It's really hard to get duals on a Camaro, but they're 40 series Flowmasters, little bullet tips, and exhaust is really just the normal exhaust where we just cut the cat off and just put a pipe on it. I mean, it sounds pretty good, but all LT1s do. Some exhaust to it. But yeah, now we'll move into the inside of the car. Yeah, like I said, those are Corvette rims and next gen 245 tires all around. First thing we got the little Camaro little door slits right there. It's on both sides. Pretty cool. Then we got the little Red R Racing seat covers, and then Red R Racing little steering wheel cover, and we got little carbon fiber wrapping pretty much all over the car here, as you can see on the column here, and then here we got the same wrapping. There's a speedometer. It's got a little overlay to it, but it'll do 150, and it will go that fast. Go on that fast in this car. And there's a door, and then again the doors, they have the little carbon fiber wrapping all over them. And yeah. See inside. The other thing that we got that I got to put in here is I got some red LED lights. What I want to do is put them like probably right above here, and they look really cool. Like they're on a battery now, but the battery's dead. But we're gonna wire it in, hot wire it in. And yeah, I mean, as you guys know, GM, they really cheaped out on the inside of these Camaros. You know, the window motor in that window, it went out. We replaced it. Then the one in this one's starting to go out, so I got to replace that too. And then, you know, all Camaros, all the dashes crack. But what we did is I got it stickied, but we actually took all the little chunks, the plastic that were cracked, and we just got rid of it, and then we put this little grill right there for the defroster, and it's pretty nice, I guess. And then the other major thing that I did with this car that causes a lot of attention is I got a sound system in it. Pretty much it cost me around $1,000 for the whole venture on it. And me and Buddy, we actually put in a tweeter there, and there's another tweeter right there. And in all the doors we got Memphis two-ways. Take this out. Oh, shoot. Yeah. You got the little Memphis two-ways all around. And then they're powered by the JVC KDSH1000, very good CD player, does 5 volts. It's got a front USB port. It's 3-way capable. It's got a built-in amp into it. Very solid head unit. Very solid. And let me show you the back now, because that's like the biggest thing about this car. Oh, here's my baby. We got 2 Memphis PR12s and a custom slope box. I tried to get a ported box, but there just wasn't enough space in it, so I just went with sealed. And then we got the Focal Solid Red 1 amp, very strong amp. It's underrated, and it'll put out everything it says and even more. And actually, I got a story behind when I was like putting this in the screws. I actually drilled through the fuel tank because I didn't know the fuel tank was right underneath this hump. It's like 1.5 inches down. I didn't realize that, so I just drilled through it. And I didn't even know it until I was showing this off to a buddy, and he said, "Dude, your fuel tank's right under here." I was like, "Oh shit!" So I took it off, and yes, I think it was this one right here that went through. No, this one this one went through, and I think that one like scratched the fuel tank and didn't go through. But yeah, there's the PR12s, and then the other weird thing about this Camaro is that it has actually 5 speakers stock. Like it's got the 4 in the car, you know, 2 in the front, 2 in the back, and then it has 1 over here to the left. It doesn't have 1 over there, which is really weird. Like I could pull this out. I'm not really want to do it, but yeah, it's got 5 speakers, which is pretty crazy. Yeah, there's the RK Sport hatch, opening it up, and yeah. And the other thing I was telling you about this car being not stock, it's not a stock Camaro. What happened with it is the reverse went out, and I took it to a guy's shop, and he told me a whole laundry list of things that was wrong with the transmission. So I was like, oh, whatever. So when he had it all apart, I told him just do a stage 1 kit in Corvette servo. So I mean, it's got a little built-up transmission, but it's a stupid 4L60E. You know, that shit always goes out. And my reverse, like I said, my reverse went out, and then there's all kinds of other problems, like the torque converter, the sun shell, the third gear drum had to be replaced, and yeah. But eventually he got it fixed, and it will handle, I think he said about 500-600 horsepower now, which is pretty decent. But unfortunately, it is automatic, as you can tell. But that's you know, a good thing because you can put a stall in it. I don't know what torque converter he put in, but it's what it is. And me and the buddy, what we actually did is, I'll show you it. We you know, most Camaros notice how you got 2 drive then overdrive. Well, in this one we actually have first gear. Like in all the Camaros that don't have first listed, they actually do. You just have to cut out a small little square. It's called a first gear block inside of here, and you'll be able to get in first, second, drive, then overdrive. So yeah, that's what we got. And again, it's been a pretty fun car. I've had it for about a year. Have raced it a bunch. It's got a fairly good record, but I mean, most of the cars I went up against were stock, and you know, this being the bigger motor, it's gonna possibly do better. So can't really fault it for that. Can't really claim victory, but yeah, so T-tops and around the T-tops, they're all cracking, but they all do that, like the vinyl's coming out. But yeah, here it is, my 95 LT1. Hope you guys liked the video. And yeah, here's a ride along for you guys. I'm actually in the car right now. And that little whisper you're hearing is alternator whine. I guess from like the fuses and shit. But yeah, here's the car. And then that noise you just heard right there is the transmission is slipping. Like I gotta get it. I don't know. My buddy told me what I gotta do with it. I gotta like mount it. Yeah, I think it's what he said. Mount it. But every time I like get down on it, it will make that noise. I mean, not every time, but sometimes it will. And just to show you guys the first gear thing. Like as you can see, if you just shifted from first to second, and it's pretty cool, dude. When I finish that out, but yeah, there's a system. And yeah.